Wow, guys, man, when I saw this headline, I thought it was done. I thought it was over. Okay, the headline that I'm bringing you, this is news relating to Call of Duty and Black Ops 2 and Infinity Ward. Activision pays $42 million to Call of Duty plaintiffs. So I'm like, I freaking saw the headline. I'm like, oh my god, they settled the lawsuit. Black Ops 2 is going to hit the store shelves for sure. There's not going to be, they're not going to have any legal problems. Okay, before you guys get all excited as I was, um, so the days before, I mean, we're talking May 29th, in just over 14 days is when the lawsuit is scheduled to be in court before a jury. But I think the trial's going to be delayed. I think Activision is going to ask for a delay because they just recently hired a new trial lawyer, Belf, Belf, Beth Wilkinson, and there was a whole article done on her. I don't have the article on hand, but whatever. She was just hired last week, and she was actually involved in the trial for Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma bomber. So things are getting freaking serious. Activision isn't messing around. So, anyways, this check was cut to plaintiffs that are. I think they're actually separate from the trial that's going on with West and Zampella, because there were actually 40 developers led by Todd Alderman, and some of these guys I think are actually still at Infinity Ward, if I'm not mistaken. Most of them are not. Most of them are not, and they allege that Activision didn't pay them royalties for their work on Modern Warfare 2. With Modern Warfare 2 having brung in like over $1 billion for Activision. So that payment was intended to compensate them for royalties through the first 3 months of the launch, and they already actually gave them a $22 million launch bonus. So in total, they've paid them $64 million, but that doesn't settle the lawsuit. There's nothing settled. This is just, I guess, I don't know. We can call it a token payment that they made. And obviously, the attorneys for the developers are saying, yeah, that's just skimming the surface, basically, because they're in it. They're in it for like hundreds of millions of dollars. They're talking about what was the quote here? This guy Robert Schwartz, who actually represents Weston Zampella. $42 million doesn't buy you a time machine that lets you go back and erase all your bad conduct. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, they're supposedly the lawsuits with Weston Zampella is that Activision withheld hundreds of millions of dollars in royalties for the blockbuster Call of Duty franchise that they helped create. And again, going to my previous video about some of the contracts that Infinity Ward had set up with Activision at the time, I mean, Weston Zampella can put a pretty damn big dent into Black Ops 2, possibly. Who knows? But a big dent into Activision, and hopefully they can get compensated. And again, guys, they're not out to ruin Black Ops 2, all right? They're just out to receive the money that Activision owes them under contract, or that at least that's what the lawsuit is, okay? So you can't go after them and freak out on them for wanting their fair pay. It's like you getting promised a $10 million bonus for work that you've already completed. 2 weeks later, you get fired, and they're not going to pay you that $10 million. Yeah, you're going to fight for it, man. You're going to fight for it. And unfortunately, the impact is that it may affect the release of a new game, but that's not their fault. They're just trying to get their money. You want to blame anybody? I mean, Activision is countersuing, so it has to go to it's going to go to court, or they're going to settle it. But it's their legal right, and it's money that they presume that is owed to them. So by all means, you need to fight for, especially against a company like Activision. You need to fight for it. So, anyways, just wanted to bring you that. Like I said, when I read the headline, I thought it was over for a minute, but then I read the rest of the article, and no, it's not over. Just another token payment. And so obviously, Activision realizes they do still owe them money. So shame on you, Activision. Actually, I mean, I'd be more on their side if they actually went to court and were forced into paying, or they actually settled, not some token 40 something million dollars. Obviously, you're declaring your guilt right now with this whole lawsuit by forking over 40 some million dollars. I mean, come on. Obviously, you realize that you're in the wrong, you're at fault here in some fashion, and that you do owe these people money. So what the hell's wrong with you? get this settled. If anything, you guys should be pissed at Activision for not settling this a lot sooner. That's my 2 cents. That's all I got. I don't got any more change for you guys. 2 cents. That's it. 2 pennies. I even think they're getting rid of pennies in frickin' Canada. Are you kidding me? That's what I heard. I heard the rumor that somewhere that they were going to get rid of pennies. They're going to round everything up. What frickin'? Oh, and that's a whole other video. Anyways, I'm Spider and I'm out. So I'm sorry about the voice, guys. It's my cold. I'm out.